Hey everyone, it's Army Gaming. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to Monster Legends. Welcome to an exclusive first look at the brand new free multiplayer PvP monster. He's a nature and earth blossom mythic monster, Tuberkhan. Huge shout out to SP for giving me everything I need to make this video. They provide the monster, all the cells needed to take this monster to rank 5. Any gems I use will be reimbursed. And they also provide the food to feed this monster all the way to level 150. Let's see what Tuberkhan can do. This monster looks like a Bloomeria to me. It's like a Bloomeria Blossom Mythic. However, I doubt it's going to be as powerful as a Bloomeria. Alright, Tuberkhan had lived underground his entire life, and he was bored to death, but one day, as he was stretching his roots, he touched something hiding next to him under the soil. It was a nectar plant. It was so sweet and addictive that once he'd come in contact with it, he absorbed as much as he could until he transformed. Tubercoinopsis deals heavy earth damage to enemies, applies possession and poison to enemies, restores cooldowns on allies. Okay, pretty cool, but let's see the trait. This is what it ultimately comes down to. Alright, evolving trait. You have true vision at rank 0, so you'll basically never miss your attacks. That's pretty cool. You have an immunity to bleed, which is not the best thing. Bleed, keep in mind, it's like a poison. It reduces your damage output by 20%, as well as its damage over time. And then you have a status caster self-stun immunity, which not the best thing. Gonna say it's, yeah, trait wise not really that impressive overall. This monster is basically doesn't even have a hardened trait. He's susceptible to so much. Alright, let's see how his stats compare to all the other monsters in the game though. Okay, so currently categorized by the life stats, he's definitely on the squishy end. We're talking 132,100, which is slightly below average. It's close enough though. Tied with that of Antlerian and Striker. In terms of a power stat, this monster is also, I misspelled the name, this monster is also not that powerful. I feel like we didn't get really strong attackers thus far in Season 3. We're talking 10,230, which is the second lowest power stat in the game. It's even less than that of Amania, the support monster, and Antlerian, the Denier. But then speech stats, okay, this monster makes up for it here, kind of, 8129 to that of Obsidianantes. Still though, stats-wise, very lackluster, I would say, and then trait, very lackluster as well. So, I don't have high hopes for this monster, but let's go ahead and take a look at his skills. Alright, let's see what this Bloomeria-looking monster can do. Subsoil King deals low earth damage to when enemy applies quicksand. Spammable low earth quicksand skill. Vitamin Khan applies stamina regen to itself. 10 stamina required to use this. Spammable, not a big fan of it. Carb King gives 30% stamina to itself and restores cooldown on itself. Also not a big fan of it. It's funny that it only costs 10 stamina, but you end up recovering 30% of the stamina. Picadillo applies stun and applies roots. Oh, you have two immobilizing. You can either stun or you can do the new one, roots, which is also a guard down. So stun and roots in one. This is rare. I think it's the first monster to have an old deny plus new deny. So that's interesting. 25 stamina, 1 turn cooldown. I love the 1 turn cooldown on this stun and root skill. We have Brave Potato. I love the name for whatever reason. Brave Potato. Moderate nature damage to all enemies. Roots and quicksand to all enemies. This would be really good at once you've trait like with the Shadow. Oh man, I wish I had a Shadow ranked up. You have Shadow, you go first. You trait stable the whole team. You follow up with the Roots quicksand. Phenomenal. And then you can probably mobilize or remove the immunity to Roots. And then you can follow up with another Roots or something. That'd be pretty cool. So yeah, the thing about monsters that are deniers, they are really, really hard to showcase unless you're able to remove positive effects and trade disable the taunts, trade disable the Megaton, trade disable the Megaton monster, especially now that we have the King out, King and Pango. You gotta trade disable the Megaton, you gotta trade disable dodge area and taunts if that's what the enemy's using. So we'll see what we can do with them. Glucose Rush gives 20% of stamina to itself, 40% of stamina to all allies, which means you're giving 60 to yourself. And you restore cooldowns on our allies. I like it. Restoring cooldowns is nice. To be honest now, with Sigil, you don't really need it because all you gotta do is kill the enemy monster and your cooldowns are restored. But that's fine. You have an AoE stun. So yeah, look, if in a team with Shadow, I really gotta work on rigging her up. You can do AoE roots and follow up with AoE stun. And then again, if someone has Sigil and someone died, you can follow up with Brave Potato again. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then deals moderate earth damage, 40% stamina to all of your team. Cool, so it looks like with this monster, stamina is not a big issue. You won't have to worry about it. So that's nice. Darn it, again, he's a denier, so he's hard to showcase, but we'll try our best. We will run the deny skills mostly. most of the time you're probably going to do the roots quicksand. It's obviously better than the stun. Monsters are immune to stun, no one's immune to roots. So we might not even run mashed memento. Instead we'll do the AoE roots, the single stun and roots. We will do the restore cooldowns, I'm thinking. 30% stamina restores cooldowns itself. I don't really need that. I don't need that. Moderate earth damage, 40% stamina. It's a quick 40% stamina. But what if I don't want to attack the enemy, right? What if I don't want to like trigger stuff? So I would say Glucose Rush. I would say that fourth and final skill, it's up to you. If you want to do the AoE stun, go for it. Restores cooldowns on itself, stamina, low, spawnable quicksand. Deals moderate 40% stamina, 20% stamina. They both do 40%. This one also restores cooldown. This one deals a little bit of earth damage, which again, sometimes you don't want to hit the enemy because you don't want to trigger their shields or the relics or their talents. But I think I'm comfortable with this. We're not going to do the AoE stun. I can't even run enough monsters to trait disable, I think. But we'll see what we can do. In terms of a mask, Tetsuman's mask, so he can recover stamina. Slumster's trap or Nabulin's trap to drain stamina. I would give this monster sigil for sure. So he can hold a sigil, another monster can hold something else. This is a denier based monster, so realistically you want him to go first. If there's no, like in a war scenario, a lot better to figure out how to use the monster, right? But we're going to do 2 speed and a team speed because we're going to have someone that can trait disable going first. So it's either 3 speed or 2 speed and team speed. It all depends on the situation. For PvP purposes, I'll be honest, you're not going to use this monster. You're realistically not. It's hard to win with this kind of monster. You know what? Let me put in the stun skill. We might actually need it in some capacity. Just to keep immobilizing. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to win. Okay, so again, I would say Shadow is the best teammate for Denier, so I got to work on ranking her up. The monster I do have right now that can trait disable is Niradia, but then it's like, what's my win condition, right? How am I realistically going to take down the enemies? I guess I should run the Sandstorm skill. Oh, I already have it. Cool. Sandstorm to all enemies, and this one is heals itself, plays Sandstorm to all enemies. So we'll see if we can make it work. Sandstorm, Quicksand, Poison. Yeah, we'll see. It's again for PvP purposes. It's not a monster you're gonna utilize. It's hard to work around them, but we're gonna try our best. Let's see what we can do. We'll do a couple battles. Oh, the first one's a Uriel on his own. So I mean, I guess I can showcase a trait disable. Trait disable, and now we can stun him or do whatever. So here is Brave Potato. There it is. There is that Roots and Quicksand. And we'll recharge, and then look, I could cleanse away so I can follow up with Roots again. Or if I have my AoE stun skill, I can go ahead and stun. So immobilized. And again, now he has immunity, whatever. I can cycle back in to cleanse that away. But regardless, I have my other skill that is both. It's a 2-in-1. So yeah, there's a quick little showcase of that. Let's see if we can find some better opponents, of course. Alright, let's see what we have. Mr. John from the Darkness. Fight! Oh no, we have a Volt. This might get dangerous really, really fast. Okay, cool. No, I'm going to be able to immobilize him. So, remove positive effects. Success. Wait, what happened? Was I shocked? Darn it, I was supposed to cleanse for myself first. Uh-oh. We're gonna immobilize. Regardless, I think... Oh, Nimbus. I could have maybe came back from this, to be honest. I could have maybe come back from this. Quicksand, massive. What did I do to you? I immobilize you? Yeah, I should have trait disabled you. Darn it. What skill set? What skill set am I using? I don't even have my survivability skills. 50k, Dark Overdose. Tertullian's armor, Morg's armor. Oh, he might die. No, he probably won't. Oh, he has it poisoned. Maybe I should run the Shock Beast just to avoid like Volt bases. So I should have done Blessing myself to get rid of the Shock. Oh, he did die. I should have done Blessing on myself to get rid of the Shock. And then I would have been able to cleanse. And then I would have been able to trait disable. But fortunately, things didn't work out that way. Regardless, I somehow still managed to pull ahead. So that's interesting. Alright, but we're exiting out, of course. Not allowed to win these battles. We're going to give him... We have the Mega Stun. Let's give him this. Let's give him this. Alright, cool. Back into the battlefield we go with this team that is surprisingly has worked out thus far. Alright. Fight. Ha! Pierce Monster. Although I think he had a stamina or team stamina, which is weird. Alright, so Blessing on myself first. Remove positive effects from... We actually don't really need to. Yeah, we really don't need to. I guess we'll just do it for you for fun. Trade disable here, so now I can immobilize both of them. We'll go with Brave Potato for the roots. Because again, he has Celestial, so he's immune to stun. Alright, so immobilized. Nimbus. And Cherry Cupid immobilized. Nice. Alright, let's do this. As for myself, I think I'll do Blessing. Did he hurt himself? I think he hurt himself. We'll do Blessing. We will cleanse the... They both have roots. We'll cleanse over here. Because now, check this out. I can trade disable. And now, I can do the AoE stun. So Cherub Cupid, I didn't have to worry about him since look at the turnover, he's slower. Alright, cool. I can do Blessing. I can cleanse here. I can trade disable here. And now it's like, who's the main threat? Well, I don't want you to cleanse, so let's do this. Boom. Alright, we are good. We are solid. Do I have a healing skill? Heals. Alright, good to go. Blessing. Remove effects. Heal. We'll hit you for fun. Alright, Talika, and then glucose, stamina, reset cooldowns, take a juice, frequency, arrow, essence, burnt blood. I hope I heal a lot. Oh, that was a decent heal. Heals by 50. There we go. Where's my life at? Let's check out my life. There's sigil. Nice. Alright, we'll do blessing on myself. Oh gosh, you need the you need the blessing, sir. Let's do that. And again, we could Sunster Trap, no more uses. It would kind of be a waste. But then again, immune to control. I guess it does make the most sense to hit it on Cherub Cupid so we can roots him. Yeah, we're solid here. I can do blessing on you. Cleanse that. We should have cleansed this. Cleanse Slumpster, then we can hit them both with the roots again. Nice. Then I have Megastone over here. I think you're gonna cleanse. I don't know what you're gonna do. Let's hit dots. Sandstorm, finally hitting Sandstorm. Yeah, cleanse. Alright, you guys get the idea. I don't think there's much, honestly, to showcase with the monster. Again, he's a Denier. They're hard to showcase. You saw an example of it. Again, works really great with Shadow. It's still really hard, though, because, like, yeah, it's hard because in the PvP right now, again, if I have him go first, it just doesn't work out because you've seen what the opponents are like. So if I have him go first, it's like, oh, look. Actually, in this one, it's okay. Except there's evasion at the start of the battle and dodge area, so, like, the only thing you can do turn 1 is literally, like, nothing. So I have to, yeah, I would just recharge, honestly. Let the enemy do what they're gonna do. Who do we kill? Serpentex? Can we even kill Serpentex? No. Damage boost, maybe? Yeah, okay. Serpentex. We'll come back to life. I think we finish you off for good. Oh my gosh, that is so much negative effects. Oh, and I missed. Sometimes being able to damage the enemy comes in handy. So we'll waste the stun. Finish Serpentex off. Demonic. Ouch. I lost my king. Calamitous. Yeah, in PvP, again, I'm telling you, not going to be a meta monster. Very hard to use. War Scenario is definitely more usable, but considering he's a PvP monster, even if players get him ranked up, there's usually always better alternatives. You could always hype in a Megaton, you could always use a strong attacker, there's always better options. So, yeah, he's not going to get much screen time, unfortunately. So with that being said, guys, that is going to be it for this video on, I don't even know his name anymore, on Tuberkhan. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments below. Thank you very much, and remember to subscribe.